Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, they are people helping people. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice.
By FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk.
By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair.
Like, how you so cool, how you so fly, how you so fresh, you ain't even gotta try. Y'all pump faking, I ain't even gotta lie. Hit him with the hits, game winner switch in.
Good evening and welcome to a night of Indiana High School basketball. Tonight at Frankfort High School, it's a boys and girls doubleheader between the Crawfordsville Athenians and the Frankfort Hot Dogs. And we start first with the girls' affair, where the visiting Athenians come in with a record of 3-18, and the home Hot Dogs, who are still in search of their first win of the season, they are 0-21. I'm Matt Taylor, joined by former Frankfort star hooper Joe Rook, and this is the Healthy Communities of Clinton County pregame show, making the healthy choice the easy choice. And Joe, first of all, this is, for me, the first visit to Case Arena, and I know this is old hat for you, but What a spectacular venue for high school basketball, despite the records of these two teams as we begin here tonight.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Matt. It's just a great place to play. When the band's playing here, we're warming up. The crowd coming in, it's a good atmosphere and such a great place to play. And I hope the high schoolers who play here, they realize just how nice it is.
No question about it.
Because it's a good place. Yes, sir.
I grew up on the south side of Indianapolis with the Ron Colley High School, and we had a cracker box, right? It wasn't anything like this.
Right.
This is a mecca for high school basketball. Many gymnasiums in the state of Indiana stand out in that regard. All right, Joe, so this is a late regular season showdown here in the Sagamore Conference between two struggling programs trying to find some momentum here heading into sectional play.
Absolutely. Sectional start next week. This would be the last regular season games for both teams, so I'm sure they're looking for a win tonight to go into tournament play on the correct foot for them.
All right, let's talk about keys to victory for Frankfort. Joe, what do the Hot Dogs need to do tonight to get their first win of the season, but also their first home win and first win inside the conference?
Absolutely. I put as the first one, need a bucket. For Frankfort, offense has always been a struggle this year. The Lady Hot Dogs come in averaging 17.9 points a game, and that's been a struggle for them. So anything they can do to find a bucket. Crawfordsville comes in averaging 28.5 points a game, so both teams kind of struggle offensively, so we're going to see who has the hot hand tonight, Frankfort or Crawfordsville. I put the second one as a start. If you follow the Lady Hot Dogs, it's always been a difficult thing for them to get off to a good start. It seems like, in the first 2 or 3 minutes of most games, they're down 8, 10, 12 points right out of the game, and it's just hard for them to come back. So a great start would go a long way tonight to securing a first victory for Frankfort. And I put for the final one, Ella McAtee, the senior guard, has kind of been through the tough grind this year. She plays hard every night, puts out the hustle and the effort. And I think for Frankfort to have a chance, McAtee doesn't have to have a great game, but she does have to hit a few baskets. She's one of those players that we make a few baskets, it kind of helps her jumpstart her game, so I think she's a key to tonight's game.
All right, let's talk about players to watch tonight. We talk about those players to specialize in their craft. So do the professionals at Tornado Roofing. For more information on that, visit tornadoroof.com. Joe, let's start with Crawfordsville. Molly Pierce checking in, averaging over 6.5 points per game, over 4 rebounds, and 1.4 steals. By far their best player.
Absolutely. She leads the team in assists as well to go with the rebounds, steals, and 6.5 points per game. So, yeah, she's a junior. Future's bright for her, but, yeah, she's definitely the leader of the Athenians.
And Ella McAtee for Frankfort, the senior guard, averaging almost 7 points per game. She's their best shooter and best all-around basketball player.
Yeah, she always has hustle every night. She gives it everything she has, leads the Dogs in assists and steals. So looking for a good night for Ella tonight.
It's a rivalry game. It's Crawfordsville and Frankfort. It's a doubleheader. We start first with the girls. We'll have the opening tip when we come back. You're watching on the ISC SEC Sports Network.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Welcome back to Frankfort High School. Boys and girls doubleheader tonight. Crawfordsville, the visitors, and Frankfort with the girls' side looking for their first win of the season, coming in with a record of 0-21. Tonight is senior night for the girls, playing their final regular season game before the playoffs kick into high gear very soon. Time now for the starting lineups, brought to you by Ardente Dental. Healthy smiles start here. And we start first with the starting lineup for Crawfordsville. They'll begin with number 10, Molly Pierce, who we chronicled as our player to watch for the Athenians. She's a junior guard averaging over 6 points per game, and is their best shooter from distance as well. She's made 17 three-pointers on the season. 5'7" junior forward is number 11, Olivia Hedrick. Then they rounded out with number 20, Litzy Hoyska, a 5'6" senior forward, over 3 points per game. Number 21 is Celeste Moore, a 5'5" senior forward. And rounding out the starting five for the Athenians is number 32, Yuli Torres, a 5' junior guard for Crawfordsville. For Frankfort, they're going to line up with number 3, Daisy Santos Valdez. She's going to get the start tonight, Joe, and a great reason why with those injuries.
It really is. If you can see I think they've kind of got this planned where Daisy got hurt early in the year. They're going to try to help get her a basket her senior year final game. As you can see, she's on the crutches, so she's not going to be out there long, but it's going to be a cool start.
It'll be senior night for her, and hopefully a memorable one here to start things out. You also see Schnorr, Flores, and Jarman in the starting lineup, and they tip it to Frankfort, and here is a ceremonial shot. It is up, and it is good. Congratulations there. She's been through a lot of pain and a lot of adversity, and she's getting the congratulatory hugs and embrace from the rest of her teammates. Joe, you've been a part of this program and watched it very closely. This is a really cool moment.
Yeah,
right
that's great sportsmanship. I understand that Crawfordsville girls had something last year kind of similar to that. So it was nice for them to say, hey, this is no big deal. Let Daisy have a basket there for senior year, because it was definitely cut short with that injury. So good sportsmanship by Crawfordsville.
And meanwhile, Crawfordsville will get the reciprocation with an easy layup there, with Molly Pierce doing the honors to tie the game at 2.
Yep, I assume they're going to count them. Yeah, there they go.
There they go. They put them on the board.
There we go.
So we are ready for regular basketball play, if you will, here, with Crawfordsville starting off in a full-court press, and we got a tie-up, and we have a jump ball here in the early moments of the contest, and the arrow is going to go to Crawfordsville. So that's a turnover for Frankfort. And so the Athenians will look to play it in, and they bounce it in the low block. That's Moore. Probing was Pierce. They work it into the corner. There's a 2-3 zone defense to start off with in terms of the offering from Frankfort on that into the court.
Which is customary for Frankfort. They normally play a zone defense, so let's see if
Crawfordsville turns it over, but then Frankfort gives it right back. So a choppy early part to this ball game. Both teams turn it over there in early fashion. So the game tied at 2 with 1 minute gone here in the first quarter. Out front is Pierce, and they leave a player in the corner open. That was Lowe who thought about it. It's a rebound, and it's taken away by Frankfort. Now we have a whistle and another jump ball underneath the basket. This time it's going to go to the way of Frankfort. So it's been obviously those that follow this program like yourself, Joe. It's been a lot of, you talk about peaks and valleys. Unfortunately, a lot of valleys this year for the Hot Dogs. 0-21. They went 2-22 last season, so they are 2 for their last 43 games, and they turn it over there underneath the hoop.
Yeah, the turnovers for Frankfort's been a bugaboo all year. They come in averaging 28 turnovers a game, and already 3 quick turnovers to start this one.
Yeah, they had a season-high 38 turnovers against Carroll. They've turned the ball over at least 30 times in 7 games on the season. And that's obviously led to a wide margin of defeat.
Yeah, that's a crippling thing for the Lady Dogs. Hopefully they can cut that down tonight and give themselves a chance.
Here's a 3 left wing by Moore. Long rebound goes back to Crawfordsville. Fight for it. It's Moore again, pushing it right side to Pierce for a 3, and that's good. As we said, a 20% three-point field goal shooter. She's made 18 threes on the season. That's the most on the team, and it's 5-2. But Frankfort the other way draws a foul on their way to the basket.
See the replay here. This Schneer goes strong to the basket. Going to have an opportunity for 2 free throws for the Lady Dogs.
And they pin the foul on Celeste Moore. That's her first personal. And that'll send Finja Schnur to the free throw line. And her first shot is up and good. And for her, that's only her second made free throw of the season. A 33% foul shooter, senior forward. She scored in a couple of games, has a season-high 3 points against Faith Christian. That second offering is not good, but she also went in front of that foul line as well to negate the shot. So 5-3 our score, first quarter. Boys and girls doubleheader here at Case Arena on the campus of Frankfort High School. Lowe brings it up across the timeline, working off a screen is Pierce. Lets another deep fly loose, and that's no good. Long rebound controlled by the Hot Dogs. And a steal by Pierce. Sends it quickly up ahead to Hedrick. She's fighting for the ball on the baseline. Back to Pierce. Shot fake. Brings it down. Thought better of it. There's a fight for the ball out front. Low in the lane. High arcing shot off the backboard. That's no good. Rebound taken out of there by Jarman. But then she had the ball poked loose, and another turnover for Frankfort.
Yeah, Ava had her head up good, but didn't see anyone coming from behind her. Another turnover for the Lady Dogs.
3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 5-3 our score. The difference is a three-pointer by Molly Pierce. She thought about sending another one up. Instead brings it down low. Outside to Pierce. Another high arcing shot, and that's her second of the night.
Molly gets a lot of arch on that three-pointer.
No doubt.
Bring it down the lane.
It's a very Hoosier shot, if you will.
Yeah.
This is the 5th time this season she's made at least 2 three-pointers in a game. And Crawfordsville try to convert off another turnover, but they can't. 8-3 our count. Frankfort the other way. A little skip pass to Given West, and she fires at 3 and misses everything, and it shoots out of bounds. That's some substitutions. Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead. I was going to say Frankfort, Matt, looking for that good start, 8-3. Not terrible, but they need to put the brakes on the defensive end here for Crawfordsville and get a few baskets. Do not want to fall double digits here in the first quarter.
Beatrice Swick is on the floor now for the Athenians, a 5'5" junior forward. They work it down low to Moore. No good. Rebound ripped out of there by Jarman. Let's see if Frankfort can get a hoop here. Down by 5 as we pass the midway point of the first quarter. Flores had it poked free, and last touched out of bounds by Crawfordsville, so Frankfort will play it in underneath the basket. Last winning season for Frankfort, 2008-2009 season. They were 12-9 that year. But since then, it's been a lot of searching for victories. Taken out of there by Frankfort off the missed shot, so they'll get another crack at it here on their own end of the floor. They've got it at the corner. Work at top of the key to Jarman. A little give and go there between her and McAtee. Driving baseline is Flores. Good ball movement by the Hot Dogs. Shot on the wing, left short, and rebound taken away by Sabella Moore for the Athenians. And she's going to drive coast to coast. Too hard off the backboard. Long rebound. Rebound by Moore, puts it up, and that's no good. And finally clearing it on the rebound are the Hot Dogs, but another tie-up. And it's going to go, the possession arrow is going to favor Crawfordsville.
Lady Hot Dogs, here you see the replay. Need to be sure and get a body in front of the rebounders for Crawfordsville. Crawfordsville getting a few offensive rebounds here to start.
No question about it. Laura Viveros checks into the game for the Athenians, and there is a timeout on the floor. It is a charge timeout to Crawfordsville with 3:01 remaining in the first quarter. The visitors lead 8-3 over the Lady Hot Dogs. Hey, tonight's game is brought to you by Frankfort Eagles, number 976, serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. Again, that's 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. All right, Joe, so we're halfway through the first quarter. This game kind of playing out like we thought it would.
Yeah, Frankfort, one thing, the keys to the game, we were hoping Frankfort get off to a quick start. Trailing 8-3, that didn't really happen. They got to watch their turnovers. Already 6 quick turnovers here in the first quarter.
Moore looking to get it in, and she does so to Swick. Long shot, and another tie-up, another jump ball. This time it should go to Frankfort, and it does with just under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Here you see the highlight. Both players' hands on the ball, tie-up. This one belongs to the Dogs.
Frankfort looking to get back into the game, down by 5. They've never led, and they turn it over. It leads to an easy two-pointer by Sabella Moore. Leading scorer for Crawfordsville is Pierce. She has 8 of the 10. And some full-court pressure giving Frankfort some trouble here over on the far sideline, and that's going to cause them to have to burn a timeout. And head coach Bethany Meacham.
That was a good timeout by Meacham. Otherwise, probably going to be another turnover for Frankfort.
That takes us down to 2:38 to play first quarter. That gives us time to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Day and Ginda Funeral Home with locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Ginda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information on our services and community involvement, please visit dayandginda.com. Day and Ginda Funeral Homes, where we put family first. So we have a full night of basketball here at Frankfort High School. Again, the boys will tip off shortly after this girls' affair is over. And it's 10-3 in favor of the visitors, with Crawfordsville coming in this game with a record of 3-18 on the season. They lost to North Vermilion on Tuesday, 45-19. They won their first game of the season over Attica. That was the very first game out of the gate. They won it in overtime, 37-36. But then, Joe, they lost 13 straight games.
13. Yeah, that's a tough number. Unlucky 13 there for Crawfordsville, but trying to end the season on a positive they are, as Frankfort's still searching for win number 1.
Yeah, the winner of tonight's game is going to get their first win inside conference play inside the Sagamore. The ball pinballing around, and it finally ends up in the hand of Erin Wills, the sophomore forward, and she is fouled, and she can help close this gap for the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, you were right. Pinballing was the right word. Turnover each team there real quick. Wills at the free throw line. Had a decent game last game out for Wills. She has 7 points a game, so looking for her first this evening.
Her shot is up and no good. She's a 36% foul shooter, now 4 for 12 on the season.
We talked about Frankfort's offensive struggles. Last game they lost 52-24 to Logansport. Only had 3 girls in the scoring column, Frankfort did, so that's a tough one.
Now you talk about Frankfort looking for their first win. Crawfordsville can relate to that. They went 0-23 last season. Second free throw by Wills is good. It's 10-4. They work in the corner back to Pierce with another three. That's long, but they get an offensive rebound, and attacking the glass is Litzy Hoyska. Her shot no good. Another shot at it with Moore for three. That's off the far iron, and they chase down another long rebound with Lowe.
Crawfordsville controlling the offensive glass against the Lady Hot Dogs.
Driving is Pierce, and she double dribbled. Yeah, picked it up momentarily, then put it back on the hardwood.
Yeah, I thought she got an extra hand on that ball that time. The officials found that and made the call.
So late stages here of this first quarter. A quarter that's been headlined by turnovers and missed opportunities. Driving to the basket is McAtee. That shot's no good. Rebound cleared by the Athenians. And they're going to look to pad their lead, but up by 6.
McAtee had a good shot, good look at that last time, just unable to connect.
In the corners, Moore being heavily guarded. Walks into a double team, and then it's stolen by Wills. And then she gave it right back to Moore for Crawfordsville, and she scores with a layup. 12-4, that's her first 2 points of the game. She's appeared in 22 games, and another turnover by Frankfort. And then the ball gets kicked out of bounds, going back the Hot Dogs' way with under 1 minute to go here in this first quarter. It's been a clean game as far as fouls, only 2 for Crawfordsville. See if Frankfort can play for a last shot and get a good look at it here. Stopping and popping is McAtee. It's no good. The ball goes out of bounds, and let's see. It's going to stay here with Frankfort.
Yeah, I think it's off Crawfordsville, so Frankfort ball underneath, looking to cut into that 12-4 deficit.
Frankfort, unfortunately, losing their games by over 40 points per game this year. Another turnover, and that's Viveros working it up across the timeline for Crawfordsville. Now they can potentially scheme up the last shot of the quarter. Viveros with a runner in the lane. That's no good. And the rebound taken out of there by McAtee for Frankfort. Another turnover leads to an easy lay-in by Hedrick, her first 2. And now fight for it over on the far sideline. Last touched by Crawfordsville. So Frankfort down by 10, their largest deficit, will play it in with 22.2 to go.
Yeah, Frankfort critical here if they can get a basket here at the end of this quarter. Down 10. Do not want to see that deficit grow anymore.
Reagan Cox is in. Pierce is going to take what should be a slight break with the quarter break looming. Here's Jarman. Will give and go between her and Layton, and Layton throws it away. Another turnover. What's the turnover total so far?
Well, that's unfortunately for Frankfort, that's 12 turnovers here in the first quarter.
10 seconds to play, 10-point lead for Crawfordsville. And they'll have to work it across half court, and this is going to be a double dribble on Aubrey Lowe. The junior guard kind of lost it there from a possession standpoint momentarily.
Yep.
So turnovers both ways are plaguing this game, a huge headline so far. And they bounce it in. 5 to play. McAtee in the corner. She's going to have to heave one up and doesn't get a shot off. And that's how the first set of 8 minutes will conclude here at Frankfort. The visitors from Crawfordsville enjoy a 10-point lead as we head to the second quarter. We're back with more in just a moment. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
For the barn wedding of your dreams, you need to experience our country estate, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Schedule your tour today at thewillowcreekbarn.com. Voted the Knot Best of Weddings for 3 years straight.
At Day and Genda Funeral Home, we embrace change while staying true to timeless values. Our commitment to putting families first remains steadfast. With up-to-date practices and unwavering compassion, we offer the highest quality of service for your loved ones. Trust to serve your family with a classic commitment in modern times. Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
If you need quality work from a qualified company, then look no further than Tornado Roofing. We offer free estimates, financing, and even handle insurance claims. Give us a call, 765-670-6440, or visit tornadoroof.com for more information. Alongside Joe Rook, I'm Matt Taylor here at Frankfort High School.
Let me jump in here real quick, Matt.
Yes, sir.
I want to say I appreciate you coming up here to Frankfort. Matt Taylor, if you recognize that voice, everyone, that's your voice of the Indianapolis Colts. And it's cool to have Matt here at Frankfort working.
Well, likewise, great to be here. Meanwhile, a shot underneath the basket by Celeste Moore. She's going to draw a foul, and that will be the first foul of the second quarter on Frankfort. They were not called for a foul team-wise in that first period. So 14-4 is our score, and that's going to send the Athenians to the free throw line. Moore, a 60% foul shooter, first of two, no good. Tonight's game is brought to you by Ardente Dental, and they offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Whether you're a brand new patient or been with us for years, we're here to serve you. Give us a call, 765-654-7222, or visit us online at Ardente Dental. Ardente Dental, we bring smiles to life. Two free throws there, unable to convert by Crawfordsville. Frankfort the other way with the rebound. They're down by 10 points, looking to get back into the game. Nice entry pass down low, but instead a travel by Wills, unable to hang on to the basketball and control her footing. Substitutions for Frankfort. Given West checks into the game here in the early stages of this second period.
That's Frankfort's 13th turnover, had 12 in the first quarter. Crawfordsville 6 turnovers in that first quarter.
Another turnover by Crawfordsville. They give the ball right back to the Hot Dogs. Let's see if they can convert on that. Down by double figures. Here's a runner in the lane, in and out. Good looking shot there, though, by the Hot Dogs, unable to get that in.
Absolutely. For Frankfort and McAtee, you'll take that shot all game long.
They got in the corner, does Crawfordsville. That was a three by Moore. Long rebound, though, fought for. Another tie-up. This time the jump ball and the arrow is going to point to Frankfort, and they'll play it in with the full length of the floor to go. And as we anticipated, Molly Pierce, after a short breather, back into the game for the Athenians.
Crawfordsville continue to press full court. It's been effective getting the Dogs to turn over.
Causing those turnovers. Jarman had her shot blocked from behind, and Crawfordsville is there to pick it up.
Yeah, Ava's got to be aware. He got players coming from behind.
Pierce probing, and she gets that to go, and that's her fourth field goal of the game, and she has 10 points of the 16 for Crawfordsville. And another loose ball over on the far sideline, last touched by Crawfordsville.
Pierce was our player to watch for Crawfordsville, come in and averaging 6.3 a game, already at 10, so she's off to a great start.
No question about it. This is the fourth time this season she's reached double figures, and she already does so, and she only needed about a quarter and change to get it done. Another turnover out front for Frankfort, down by 12 points. Tonight's game is brought to you by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, formed almost 20 years ago. Healthy Communities of Clinton County remain committed to the community by offering programs geared toward a healthier tomorrow with focus on overall health, mental health, substance abuse disorders, and reducing teen pregnancy. The goal is to make the healthy choice the easy choice. And for more information on that, visit healthyclintoncounty.org. Three in the corner, wide shot by Hedrick. Frankfort there with the loose ball. Another tie-up, and perhaps a foul or a jump ball. I think they're going to get a personal foul on Sabella Moore.
Yeah, number 13, Moore getting right in there. I think she got a little more than the basketball there. Official saw it that way. Going to be Frankfort ball out of bounds.
Checking out for Crawfordsville, that's Swick. And for Moore, that's her first personal. Almost another turnover. But Frankfort plays it on the carom. McAtee drives, leaves it for a teammate. Shot is blocked. That was Schnoor who had it recycled from behind. A 12-point lead for Crawfordsville. They've got the ball. 3 in the right wing. That's too hard. Rebound, Jarman for Frankfort. Almost 5 minutes to play here in this first half of play. In a late regular season game between two Sagamore teams. There's a runner. That's too hard. And that is a board by Hedrick. And they walk it across the timeline. Still in that zone are the Hot Dogs. They tried to probe, almost lost it. They work into the corner to Pierce. Step back 3, rainbow shot, and that's no good. But a rebound by Moore. Her shot was blocked. Second chance. Fight for it underneath the basket. Celeste Moore will take it out and drill a 3.
Wow. That's a killer for Frankfort. Good for Crawfordsville as Crawfordsville continually getting offensive chances, controlling the glass they are.
That's her first triple. She's got 5 points and just her third made three-pointer of the season. And Crawfordsville is out to their biggest advantage, 15 points, as Frankfort has yet to score here in this second quarter. Second quarter action brought to you by the Farmers Bank. At the Farmers Bank, we like helping everyone grow. We draw on over 140 years of history to honor the principle of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since our founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. As I said, Joe, unfortunately, Frankfort yet to score here in this second quarter. Outside of the turnovers, what else is plaguing them not being able to navigate this defense by Crawfordsville?
Well, yeah, Crawfordsville with the four-court press is sped up Frankfort, and that's always a bad thing for the Lady Hot Dogs. They getting them going a little too quick, hard to get into their offense, and kind of scatterload, if you will, on the offensive end. Frankfort has had some decent shots. I think they've got some shots that they would happily continue to get, just unable to knock them down, and that's kind of been the story for the Lady Hot Dogs all year. Get some good shots, but just unable to make.
Taking a look at the Sagamore Conference standings, Danville is the leader inside the conference. They are 7-0. Tri-West right behind at 6-1. And both of these teams, Crawfordsville and Frankfort, 0-6. So again, the winner of this game will get their first win inside conference play. A 3 up top. Ava Jarman, her first triple, first points.
Ava Jarman coming off that 15-point effort Wednesday night.
Yes.
Getting her first three-pointer tonight. Hopefully that jumpstarts her a little bit.
Yeah, that was a outing against Southmont. And she has now made 10 threes on the season. Meanwhile, Crawfordsville in attack mode the other way. And they're going to get to the free throw line with Laura Viveros. The sophomore forward will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Flores got the foul on that. Looked like she had mostly ball, but the guy with the whistle saw different, so that's what we go with.
Flores, her first personal. And that'll send Viveros to the free throw line. She is now make that 2 for 7 on the season at the charity stripe. Pierce is going to check out, take a seat, along with teammate Celeste Moore. So some substitutions here for Crawfordsville. They lead 20-7. And the sophomore forward at the free throw line, another shot, that's no good. So she splits on a pair. Fight for the ball, ripped out of there by Hoyska. And her shot at the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. They continue to brawl for the ball, and another tie-up, jump ball, back to Crawfordsville this time.
See the replay on that, and a lot of hands in there on that basketball. Seems like we've had several tie-ups already
no
this
question.
game. More than our fair share, but
turnovers and jump balls. Out front with it is Aubrey Lowe, the junior guard. She gets it back against this zone. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. They switch it around the perimeter. Bounce it right side to Viveros with a little runner, and that's good. Her first field goal, 3 points tonight for her. And then a steal intercepting the pass is Lowe right to the hoop, and they get an easy chip-in deuce with Beatrice Swick, her first points tonight.
Yeah,
Big swing of momentum right there for Crawfordsville.
That full court pressure, just Frankfort just having all kinds of problem with that, getting it across.
Yeah, and right now they're having trouble getting across, and they lose it out of bounds. So that's Jarman who lost it. Good defense by Crawfordsville, unable to beat that press where the hot dogs. Sabella Moore was the catalyst defensively there for Crawfordsville. 17-point lead now for the Athenians. Sabella Moore out front with the dribble. Top of the key to Aubrey Lowe. Back right side to Viveros. Puts her head down, drives, runs into a couple of players, but it's a tie-up. No foul on that shot. All ball on the defense by Frankfort. That leads to a jump ball.
Yeah, another drive to the basket by Crawfordsville. It's just hard to overemphasize how many shots Crawfordsville's getting on the offensive end tonight.
No question.
Matt, they are just controlling the offensive glass.
Making it very difficult to slow down. Given West in the corner to McAtee. Back outside to West. Her long three, that's no good. Only a 10% three-point shooter from the outside. Crawfordsville is able to track down the ball on their end of the floor offensively. They working inside, poked out, but they get it back. Looking for a good shot here as we approach 2 minutes to play first quarter. Three from the right wing, that's no good. Pulled down the rebound, though, by Moore, and she gets it to go on the carom. She now has 7 points. That's her third field goal, 26-7 the count. And that is last touched by Crawfordsville out of bounds on the near sideline. Girls games elsewhere inside the Sagamore tonight. You've got this game. You've got North Montgomery playing at Western Boone. That's also at 6 o'clock tip. And then Southmont is at Lebanon tonight in the late stages of the regular season with the sectionals coming up on the near horizon. There's a running three, if you will. That's no good off the backboard, and the rebound cleared by Hedrick.
Yeah, big night in the conference then. Obviously got a lot of schools going at it.
Long rebound taken away again by Crawfordsville. To your point, Joe, it is at least 2 and 3 shots per trip for Crawfordsville every time down the floor.
Yeah, it just seems like Frankfort maybe has them boxed out, but they're just not quick enough to the ball. Crawfordsville seems to be just a little quicker to the basketball and able to get their hands on it.
And a timeout taken by Crawfordsville. They want to talk things over here as we almost hit the 90-second mark of the second quarter. Head coach Joe Ferguson wants to talk about it in his second season at the school with a record of 3-41. Gives us time to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by FiberHawk, now available FiberHawk fiber internet, super fast speeds, no more buffering, perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more information on offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, it's FiberHawk. So 1:32 to play here in this second quarter. Obviously right here, Crawfordsville, they're not harping on the score with Joe Ferguson, Joe, but they are talking about wanting to end this first half on a high note and clean up some things of their own, taking good care of the basketball.
Absolutely. Crawfordsville done much better with their turnovers. They had 6 turnovers in that first quarter, only 1 here in the second. But yeah, absolutely right. I'm sure Coach Ferguson saying, hey, we're getting plenty of chances on the offensive end. Let's run a pattern here. This one's get a play and see if we can get a quick 2.
Well, Joe Ferguson, this is his first varsity head coaching job. Spent time at the JV level at a few different spots, including Seeger, Attica, Benton Central, and Fountain Central. Takes over for Tyler Smith, whose contract was not renewed by the school after the last season. He teaches 6th grade social studies at Crawfordsville Middle School. He's from Covington, Indiana. Let's see if they can convert coming off of the timeout called by the head coach. Trying to go inside, tipped out of there by Frankfort. They create a takeaway defensively. And on the other end, the ball is poked out of bounds, and a substitution here at the scorers table for Frankfort. Checking in will be Jarman. 67 seconds to play second quarter here at Case Arena at Frankfort High School. They lob it in the forecourt. Saved the ball from going out of bounds was Brianna Flores.
Yeah, bounce pass. Not sure where that was intended, but.
And that's a kick out front, kicked away by Pierce. And so it'll stay with Frankfort. And they're going to bring it in from the sideline in the backcourt. Reagan Cox takes a seat. They skip it over to Given West. Wide open three. Hard off the back iron. Rebound fought for in the corner. Crawfordsville takes it away. Good hustle there by Hoyska. 26-7 our score. The ball bounces off a shoe top right to Frankfort. Another takeaway by the Hot Dogs. One-on-one, McAtee to the hoop and a foul.
Good to see McAtee. I think that's her first basket of the evening, which it is. Good to see her get off the schneid scoring-wise. Maybe she'll get going here at the end of the half.
No question.
Into the second half, because Frankfort's going to need every point to get back in it.
On senior night, no less. Leads the team in scoring. That was a really impressive move. She had a season-high 23 points earlier this season against Taylor. At least 10 points in 6 games on the season. And she's at the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play, but she can't convert that free throw. So it's 26-9, 30 seconds to go. They heave it up the floor to Sabella Moore. She lost the ball. Another fight for it. It goes trickling out to Hedrick. And Crawfordsville will reset here and possibly play for the last shot of the half. Good entry pass to Moore. Got her shot up on the iron. It trickles off. Rebound by McAtee. 1-on-3. Goes right to the glass. Hits off the backboard. But the rebound to Frankfort and a shot at the buzzer. It's Jarman. Exclamation point for the Hot Dogs at the end of the second quarter, Joe.
Yeah, kind of a couple flurries of baskets here right before the end of the half. Jarman knocking down the two-pointer. Gives her 5 for the half. So 26-11, Crawfordsville at half. Frankfort with a lot of work to do, but at least they got a couple baskets right there at the end of the half.
No question about it. They have some momentum, and they've got some life. 16 minutes in the books here in this regular season battle between Crawfordsville and Frankfort. At the half, it's the visitors 26 and Frankfort 11 at the break. Alongside Joe Rook, I'm Matt Taylor. We'll pause momentarily and come back for a halftime report right after this. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable! Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your family. Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Welcome back to Frankfort High School, Case Arena. It's the first of two in a doubleheader tonight. Boys and girls doubleheader between Crawfordsville and Frankfort. At halftime of the girls' affair, it's Crawfordsville 26 and the Hot Dogs of Frankfort 11 alongside Joe Rook. I'm Matt Taylor, and welcome inside the Farmers Bank halftime show, Let's Grow. And speaking of that, it has been a lead that has grown steadily in this first half for Crawfordsville. They got off to a fast start, and then obviously Frankfort struggled to score points there for the majority of the second quarter, Joe, although they did have a couple of easy field goals there towards the end of that second period.
Yeah, and hopefully that couple baskets there right at the end of the first half carries over to a good start in the third quarter, because Frankfort's going to need that. As you mentioned, it was a tough start for Frankfort. Crawfordsville leading 14-4 at the end of one, 26-11 here at half. One thing that we always kind of talk about with Frankfort, with the Lady Hot Dogs, is the turnovers. They had 17 turnovers in that first half, and that's just hard to get much accomplished with 17 turnovers. And Crawfordsville had 9 at halftime, so good half for them. I'm sure that's more than Coach Ferguson would want, but Frankfort, I just wonder if Frankfort might try to put a little pressure on Crawfordsville. Maybe they could speed them up a little bit, get a few turnovers. But because Crawfordsville is going to come hard, full court press at Frankfort.
Sure.
They have the whole game, so that will continue in the second half, I got to believe.
Now, you mentioned all the turnovers that have plagued Frankfort in that first half, 17 of them. Obviously, that's an issue, but another issue equally as concerning for their efforts to get back into this game, all of the second chance opportunities that Crawfordsville is getting underneath the basket.
Absolutely. I think a lot of times the gals for Frankfort have them blocked out. They just, it's just, the mindset, I got it blocked out, now I got to get to the ball. And Crawfordsville seems to be a little bit quicker. So that's just creating multiple opportunities on the offensive end for Crawfordsville.
26-11 is the score at halftime. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Fiberhawk Fiber Fast first half highlights. Easy for me to say right there. We'll take a look at some of the best moments from the first and second quarter when we come back right after this on the ISC Sports Network.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
Welcome back to Frankfort High School, Case Arena, halftime of the girls basketball affair, regular season showdown between Crawfordsville and Frankfort. At halftime, 26-11 is the score, and you're looking right now at the Fiberhawk Fiber Fast first half highlights. Joe Rook, the leading scorer for Crawfordsville, Molly Pierce, and the leading scorer for Frankfort, Ava Jarman, and they consist of most of these first half highlights.
Yeah, they do. Pierce was, for Crawfordsville, she was our player to watch for them, coming in averaging little over 6 points a game, has 10 in that first half, so she's doing her job. McAtee, only 2 points in that first half. She did get a basket right before half, so hopefully that kind of spurs her in the second half here, because for Frankfort to get back in, trailing 15 at halftime, McAtee's going to have to get some points.
And you're seeing a lot of highlights there by Crawfordsville with second chance opportunities. A little runner right there by Frankfort at the end of the first half. And that was a really good shot from the free throw line by the Hot Dogs. That was their 11th point of the first half. So we're getting ready for the third quarter now. Alongside Joe Rook, pride of Frankfort High School, class of 77. I'm Matt Taylor. Great to be here, as I said at the outset. My first visit inside Case Arena. Fantastic venue, unbelievable sight lines, and I bet when this place gets going, Joe, I bet it gets going, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, oh yeah. You just don't, unfortunately, here for Frankfort, things down a little bit. You don't have the crowds that you used to, but back in the good old days, especially at tourney time, to have this place full every night.
Right.
Great atmosphere to play in, and just continues to be a great gym for the opponents come in. They always seem to shoot very well here. So I'd say Frankfort's got a good shooting facility, nice background. Players knock down the shots often.
And as a former player, you can attest to that. There's something to that, if you will.
Oh, absolutely there is, yeah. And so I think Frankfort does have a good shooting gymnasium, and I think the teams that come in here, I think they enjoy coming in here and play.
Oh, I know I would. It'd be a really big-time treat to play in a venue this classy. All right, let's talk about Frankfort on defense to start this second half, Joe. What do they have to do to get back into this game?
Frankfort continues with that zone defense. They got to lock in and not allow Crawfordsville to get off to any kind of start at all. They got to keep the pressure on Crawfordsville and not allow them to score.
They're doing a better job of
That's not
keeping track of the ball on that possession, but they did leave Hedrick open for a three. She now has 5 points. That's her second made three-pointer on the season. And right out of the gate in this third quarter, 29-11 is the score. 18-point lead for Crawfordsville, their largest advantage of the night so far. Three by McAtee. That's wide right. The ball pinballing in front. And Crawfordsville is able to pull down the board in the loose ball. Here's Pierce. She's probing. The leading scorer in the game with 10 points. That's off the front iron. And rebound taken down by Frankfort. Across the timeline. They throw it away, though. That's turnover number 18. Just over 1 minute gone here in the third quarter.
Yeah, you like to see Frankfort get the ball down and maybe get a shot before Crawfordsville gets set up, but there's no need to be in that big a hurry. There wasn't anything there for Frankfort. Another turnover.
And now Frankfort is pushing their defense full court, but they get it across the timeline to the Athenians. Celeste Moore. Now they skip it right side of the corner to Lowe. Her three no good. Rebound poked out of bounds, last touched. And they're going to give the ball to Frankfort. Substitution right away here in this third quarter. And checking in for Frankfort will be, I believe that's Gracie Layton.
Yes, it is, number 14.
No give and go there, and some miscommunication, I should say, between Ella McAtee and a teammate. And the ball goes sailing out of bounds. Another turnover here in the early stages, 29-11. And an easy basket underneath the hoop.
Moore, number 13, number Moore gets her second field goal of the evening.
And she's got 4 points. And we got a whistle, and we got a foul. This is going to be on Frankfort. No, check that on Crawfordsville, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, for Frankfort, you were hoping maybe they could get a couple quick field goals here to start the third quarter, but instead it's Crawfordsville. So continuing to increase their lead up to 31-11.
20-point advantage now for the Athenians. Frankfort tried to beat the press with a long pass, but they couldn't handle it. And here's Pierce. They give it to Moore in the corner. Good entry pass down low. Back outside to Celeste. They working around the perimeter. Driving with the right hand is Swick. Outside to Moore. Her three. Hit the wedge there. And Frankfort looking to beat the press up the floor. They do so, but they throw it away on the near baseline. Taken away by Crawfordsville with a 20-point advantage. Frankfort hasn't scored yet here in this third quarter. They get their hands on that ball, and it goes out of bounds, and Crawfordsville will play it in. We talked about the scoring for Frankfort, Joe. They're scoring only 18 points per game. They've been over 20 points just 6 times on the season.
Right. Yeah, that's certainly been their Achilles heel, just getting the ball in the basket.
Season high 36 against Taylor. Crawfordsville with a patient look here to begin this possession. Right wing against the zone. It's Swick. She thought about it. Now top of the key. They go back left side to Hedrick.
Yeah, Crawfordsville, no need to be in a big hurry to get a shot up 20 here. They can work it around for whatever they need.
Shot off the back iron, or off the backboard. Taken away by Frankfort. Flores. And she's going to set up the offense. Good pass to McAtee. Off balance shot. Got it.
There you go.
Her second field goal, 4 points for the senior guard.
Ella just needs to shoot off the run a little bit more there instead of stationary.
That fadeaway was something sharp. Yeah. And a whistle and a timeout, I believe, called by Crawfordsville. And Joe Ferguson wants to talk about it. This is going to be a 30-second timeout, 4:45 to play here in this third quarter. This gives us time to remind you again that tonight's game is brought to you by Day and Ginda Funeral Home, with locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Ginda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for your for your honor and your loved one. For more information on our services and community involvement, visit dayandginda.com. That's Day and Ginda Funeral Homes, where we put family first. Speaking of first, the first field goal of the third quarter by Frankfort, by McAtee, but the 31-13 advantage still belongs to Crawfordsville out of the timeout called by Joe Ferguson. And so the Athenians will play it in over on the far sideline. Crawfordsville, as we said, lost to North Vermilion on Tuesday, 45-19. They've had 10 straight losing seasons. They've gone 10-57 in their last 2+ years. But they're in control of this game. Meanwhile, we have a whistle away from the basket, or basketball, I should say, and perhaps a 3-second call.
Yeah, I think I saw the official give them the lane violation there for 3 seconds.
So it's another turnover on Crawfordsville, but they're going to give it right back. Frankfort will to the Athenians, and to boot, they're going to be called for a foul, trying to scratch at the ball to try to get it back.
Yeah, McAtee got the ball knocked away from her, took a dive at it, and got a little too much skin there, so foul and ball underneath Crawfordsville.
Each team with a team foul. Good bounce pass underneath Hoyska, and she scores. She's got 2. And the senior forward scores for the first time. Back to a 20-point advantage now for Crawfordsville. Hoyska's played in every game this year for the Athenians. Season high 9 points in 3 different games. 3 in the right corner. That's no good. Offered up by Wills. And coming away with the basketball is Crawfordsville.
Frankfort usually one and done on the offensive end for them. Where on the other hand, for Crawfordsville, they get multiple attempts. So good for Crawfordsville, bad for Frankfort.
Frankfort still in that 2-3 zone. Good bounce pass inside in the middle of that zone. Sabella Moore couldn't get the roll. Frankfort with the rebound. Fight for it underneath the hoop. This time, Hoyska wins that battle, and she puts the ball up on the rim, and it goes through the hoop. Back-to-back possessions where she scores. It's 35-13, and the ball gets kicked out of bounds. We're going to stay going the other way with Frankfort. Mass substitution now for Crawfordsville. Checking in the game will be Reagan Cox, and also in for the first time in the second half, Laura Viveros with her 3 points. Jarman with the shot. Karam goes to Crawfordsville. They work it up across half court. 35-13. 3 minutes to play. Third quarter. Sabella Moore drove, missed everything. The long rebound goes to Crawfordsville. They almost turned it over. Goes back into the hands of the Athenians. And fouled on the outside is Reagan Cox, the senior guard, who just checked in, and she's fouled.
See on the highlight here, Wills for Frankfort just being a little too aggressive there. You like to see her go after the ball, but tried to go through the person to get to the ball. Foul on Wills.
So Crawfordsville's getting ready to play it in. These two teams have played each other 19 times the last 20 years. Crawfordsville leads the series 11-8. The Athenians misfire there. Under 3 to go. Third quarter, McAtee, a wild shot. Got a nice advantage to the hoop, but just couldn't convert. Aubrey Lowe, the rebound for Crawfordsville. She works it up across half court. Finds a teammate. That's Cox with a 3. That's out of bounds. Trying to save it in was Celeste Moore, but she ran out of real estate. And the ball is going to go back to Frankfort.
Crawfordsville 35-13 leads. But who's got the timeout on that?
I think it's, well, they first called for a substitution, and I think Frankfort has called a timeout. We'll double check that, but nevertheless, a stoppage here with 2.5 minutes to play. Third quarter, 35-13 is the score. Crawfordsville is up comfortably. Tonight's game is brought to you by Frankfort Eagles, number 976, serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort.
Well, for Crawfordsville's side, on the offensive end anyway, they came in averaging a little over 28 points a game. They're at 35 here in the third quarter, so they're well on their way offensively, above their average.
And Frankfort's going to play it in after the timeout, getting ready to put this ball back into play. For Frankfort, as you know, Joe, they drew Tri-West in the sectional coming up. That'll be a February 4th game
over at Lebanon High School. That's going to be a tough one for the Lady Dogs.
Steal out front, and they are fouled. Crawfordsville on their way to the basket. And so another turnover haunts Frankfort, and that'll send Reagan Cox to the free throw line.
Yeah, you don't want to beat the Lady Hot Dogs up on their turnovers, but number 23 for the evening on that turnover. So they come in averaging 28 turnovers a game, so on pace for that.
Reagan Cox getting a lot of run here towards the end of the season, a senior guard. And that's her first free throw attempt on the season. That's her first points of the season. Prior to tonight, she'd only appeared in 4 games, so good on her.
Yeah.
Seeing the ball go through the hoop.
Absolutely. Senior guard love to see that first point and second point. Nothing to it.
It's another one, absolutely. So she's in the scoring column for the first time tonight and this season, 37-13. As the Hot Dogs beat the press up the floor, they've got it on the right baseline now. And they are trapped, and that's Wills in a world of hurt with Athenians all over her.
Yeah.
And I think a foul, perhaps.
Wills was trying to get rid of it, but boy, Crawfordsville had her double teamed there in the corner, and like you said, she was in a world of hurt.
Yeah, the foul is on Celeste Moore. That's her first. Second team foul, and Frankfort gets an easy basket.
Jarman able to knock that one in for her 7th point of the evening.
First points of this second half for Jarman. She had 5 in the first. 37-15, under 2 minutes to play. Third quarter. 3 offered up by Cox, no good. Off the front iron, it trickles off. McAtee pulls it down. She's looking to go coast to coast. She's cut off. Top of the key. They work it left side. This is a 3 by Jarman. That's no good. Fought for underneath the basket. Now West with a wide 3. And the rebound pulled down by Viveros for Crawfordsville. She had lost possession of it. Got it back and then throws it away with a pass errant for Aubrey Lowe. And it goes out of bounds.
Crawfordsville had the hot potato going on there. Not sure that looked like the ball might on the other end where the cheerleader. I think they knocked it out of bounds off the cheerleader.
That was the definition of helter-skelter.
Yeah, back in and away we go.
Minute 20 to go. Entry pass right now to Wills, and she scores. First field goal, 3 points for her.
Good job for Erin. Her first field goal of the evening to go with her 1 free throw for 3.
She's appeared in 21 games, season high 6 against Faith Christian. 3 top of the key, yes! Sabella Moore, her first 3-pointer tonight, 3rd field goal, and her 4th made 3 of the season. She's got 7, and there's a 3 top of the key for Frankfort.
I think she had a foot on the line or a little bit over. I think they're going to give her 2 on that.
Given West with a long shot, 2 points. Her first points tonight. Under a minute we go now. And a rebound by Frankfort. Pulled away, pulled down. And that is Brianna Flores. And she did a nice job fighting for that round ball. Fighting away.
Yeah, Flores.
Swick.
Flores, one of the leading rebounders, 4 rebounds a game for the Lady Dogs. Also leader in block shots for Frankfort, Flores is. So doing her work under the boards as normal.
Yeah, she had a season-high 11 boards against West Lafayette earlier this year. 40-19 is our score. 3 by Jarman. That's off the right side of the iron. Offensive putback, no good. Last touched out of bounds, though, by Crawfordsville. 15.7 to play, 3rd quarter. And the Hot Dogs will get it one more time.
I think McAtee took a smack to the nose there. Probably eyes watering a little bit, but she's going to be taking the ball out of bounds.
And she looks no worse for the wear there.
I think Frankfort's got, there we go. I think Frankfort had, I was trying to count them there, but they had 6. Now we're good.
West takes a seat. They get into the corner. Jarman picks up her dribble. Back to McAtee. Runner off the backboard, no good. Rebound, and that's Jarman. Her shot, no good. 5 seconds to go. Pierce, half-court shot, in and out. No good.
She had that baby lined up, just didn't quite rattle it.
That looked like Gordon Hayward in the national championship game. What could have been there for the Bulldogs, and same thing with Molly Pierce. But we head to the 4th quarter where the Crawfordsville Athenians, they're up comfortably by 21 points, 40-19 with 8 minutes to go here at Frankfort High School. We'll come back and give you the 4th quarter right after this. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
If you need quality work from a qualified company, then look no further than Tornado Roofing. We offer free estimates, financing, and even handle insurance claims. Give us a call at 765-670-6440 or visit tornadoroof.com for more information. Back here to start the fourth quarter at Case Arena in Frankfort. 40-19 is the score. Crawfordsville with the lead, and they get another turnover and a takeaway defensively. They've been very stingy on that end of the floor most of the night. Yeah. They're up by 21 points to start this fourth quarter. And they lose the ball out of bounds, but last touch by the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, you mentioned the turnover. That's number 24 for Frankfort. Crawfordsville has done a great job of putting a lot of pressure on Frankfort and creating those turnovers.
Yeah, like we said, Frankfort at least 30 turnovers in 7 games this year. They've only had less than 20 turnovers in a game, Joe, 4 times on the season. But they're fighting for that loose ball. They get it. McAtee, she's bumped on her way to the basket, pushed by Pierce, and she's going to be guilty of the foul.
See McAtee coming down, switching to the left hand, but yeah, number 10, Pierce, ran into her. Foul ball out of bounds. Frankfort.
Pierce slides it into Jarman. Jarman with the pass intercepted by Pierce for Crawfordsville. Full head of steam, backs it out. She's left all alone, thought about the 3. Had it poked from her possession, but she gets it back. Good bounce pass on the baseline, and getting the roll for Crawfordsville is Allie Strickland.
Her first 2 of the night.
5'6" junior forward. That's her 6th point of the season. She's only scored now in 3 games. She's also on their volleyball team at Crawfordsville High School. 42-19 the score. 3-pointer top of the key, Jarman. That hits off the rim a couple of times, goes out of bounds, last touched by the Hot Dogs, and Crawfordsville will take over possession. Substitutions now, a couple of them for Crawfordsville. Some new faces in the game, headlined by Laura Viveros. Viveros has 3 points, all coming in the first half. Got a whistle on the other end of the floor now. Got a foul on Frankfort, and they're going to pin that foul. Let's see who they give it. I think it's on Ava Jarman.
I think that's on Jarman.
That's her first.
First of the evening.
So team fouls here in this fourth quarter, 1 apiece, and cutting to the basket. Good slash cut there by Crawfordsville.
Yeah, 21 more. Going to get an opportunity for 2 free throws here. Jarman picked up her 2nd foul quickly on that play. So
yeah, sure did. 6:20 to go now in the fourth quarter. That'll send Moore to the free throw line with 7 points.
Make it 8. 60% free throw shooter is Moore. Her 8 points over, doubling her 4.4 scoring average coming in tonight.
Yep. At a season high 7 against South Vermilion. So the lead now 43-19. Frankfort, unfortunately, in a familiar position. They've lost 3 games this year by 60+, and they've lost over half of their games by 40+, and we got a travel before a tie-up, and that'll give the ball back to Crawfordsville. And, Joe, I'm sure as a player you've had ups and downs, and, I mean, I think you really have to give, in all seriousness, you have to give these Frankfort girls basketball players a lot of credit. Obviously, in most of the affairs and games they play this season, they're going to be outmatched, but they play hard.
They play hard.
They really do.
And their heads in the game, they're always giving maximum effort.
Right.
And you just don't see them ever quit or put their head down, which is
finger pointing.
Yeah, which is worth a lot. So you just wish they had a little more success. Number 44 there for Crawfordsville, rolls in her second basket of the evening. But
Laura Viveros on the field goal.
But yeah, for Frankfort to finish that thought, you never see them hang their head or quit, or as you said, finger pointing. They're always giving 100% effort, and that's worth a lot.
And a shot off the iron, no good. We would like to see that go down for Serenity Reagan, a freshman forward getting some playing time here in the second half. Crawfordsville with the rebound, though. And they drive in. They're stopped at the free throw line. Hoyska has to find a teammate. And a 3 left side. That's off the back iron. It goes
up and over.
Yep, by Celeste Moore.
Yeah, up and over. And Frankfort ball out of bounds.
As you said earlier, Frankfort now guided by interim head coach Bethany Meacham. She's from Cable, Wisconsin. She was an elementary teacher in the Frankfort Corporation and a girls varsity basketball assistant coach in years past. She played college basketball at St. Cloud University up in Minnesota. And so she was a very athletic, really good player in her own right.
Yeah, I've heard she had pretty good success up there in basketball for 4 years, so I think she understands the game and knows what's going on.
46-19 as Frankfort is fouled underneath the basket, and that should send them to the free throw line. Perhaps a foul on the floor. It's going to be on the hardwood, but Aaron Wills was interfered with by Crawfordsville. 2 team fouls apiece here in this fourth quarter. 3 minutes gone in the final stanza. And hoisting it at the rim is Ava Jarman, and she draws a foul.
See the play there, right out of bounds. Fouls on Crawfordsville, number 11. Hedrick.
That's her
first evening. Jarman, 2 free throws.
Jarman's first trip to the foul line tonight. That's good. She's got 8 points.
Ava shooting 54% on the free throw line tonight. Or this season, excuse me.
She's now 16 for 29 on the season.
That went
second
in and out.
2, yeah. Rebound by Moore. 26-point advantage for Crawfordsville. Hedrick out front, being heavily guarded, still within this zone. And perhaps now they've manned up. And a foul out front. Viveros was bumped. And that probably will go on McAtee.
I think she was the one out there.
Yep.
Just a little shove. That wasn't much. But I guess the official thought was enough.
Frankfort looking to get it in. They do so in the backcourt. Cox, the senior, across the timeline. They work it right side to Viveros. Full head of steam. Puts her head down. Runner on the baseline. She got it. Third field goal.
I think she had a kind of a runner earlier tonight, so she likes that kind of running shot, if you will.
She's got 7 tonight. That's a new season high for her, the sophomore forward. Crawfordsville looking for more as they go quickly up the floor. They're cut off. They pick up their dribble. Viveros slashes to the hoop. That one misses everything, but she gets her own rebound, and she's on fire. She's got 6 points here in the second half. 30-point lead now, the largest advantage of the night for Crawfordsville. 3-pointer by Frankfort, and that goes down.
Jarman getting her second 3 of the evening. Gives her double figure scoring for the night. That puts her up at 11.
She's the leading scorer for Frankfort. 4th time this season she's reached double figures. 3.5 to go here. And the fourth quarter. Rebound underneath, and we got a tie up again. And it's going to stay with Crawfordsville.
Yep.
A now available FiberHawk fiber internet. Super fast speeds, no more buffering. Perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more information and more offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable FiberHawk.
Ava Jarman gathering the rebound. Foul Crawfordsville. That's Crawfordsville 4th team foul here in the quarter.
McAtee in the corner thought about it. She drives, pulls up, mid-range shot no good, gets her own rebound, and the second time is the charm there for McAtee.
Atta girl, Ella.
6 points for her.
Way to stick with it.
He's a really good athlete, also on the volleyball team here at Frankfort High School. 25-point lead. McAtee with a steal, and then she had it poked free. The ball goes out of bounds on the baseline, and let's see, last touched by Crawfordsville. So the Athenians last to touch it. Frankfort to play it in. Under 3 to play in this game. Driving is McAtee. Off the glass, too hard, gets her own rebound. Picks up her dribble. She needs help. Try to go down low and try to force it to Flores, but the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover by Frankfort. The closest loss this year for Frankfort, that was a 12-point loss to Taylor. That was in the Delphi Indiana Kitchen Holiday Classic. But again, Joe, they are fighting and trying to put out a good effort here in the final home game of the regular season at Case Arena. And another tie-up over on the far sideline. And this time it's going to go to Frankfort.
Yeah, maximum effort all the time by the girls. As a coaching staff, you can't ask for more than the effort that they give. Just wish you had a little better results, but they are still trying.
Hey, attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, Indiana, our venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options. With breathtaking photo opportunities, we provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. That's thewillowcreekbarn.com. 2 minutes to go. Timeout on the floor. With a 25-point advantage for Crawfordsville, the visitors tonight in this boys and girls doubleheader. Reminder on that, stay with us after tonight's game. It is 6 o'clock start time between Crawfordsville and Frankfort. We got the boys game, same matchup, and it's set to tip off around 7:30 here at Case Arena. Hey, tonight's game is brought to you also by the Farmers Bank. We like helping everyone grow. We've drawn over 140 years of history to honor the principle of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since our founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Crawfordsville has doubled up the Lady Hot Dogs, but Crawfordsville getting players in. Probably have not seen much opportunity on the varsity level this year, which is good for them.
Right, absolutely.
And Frankfort sticking with a few of those gals that play. Ella McAtee, the senior, been in there all game, still going strong. Got a steal right there.
Absolutely, she's going the other way with it. Down the left side of the lane, and she is fouled at the rack. She took a hard hit by Hoyska. Hoyska helps her up off of the hardwood. Good sportsmanship right there, and that's going to send McAtee to the free throw line.
Absolutely.
So 9 different players have scored tonight for Crawfordsville. That number for Frankfort is 6. And McAtee with another free throw, adding to her point total. She has 7 by my count.
Yep, I think that's where we are.
50-26, under 2 to go. Second of 2 free throws, no good.
Looks like we're going to have a lane violation on Crawfordsville. McAtee's going to get us another opportunity.
Minute 52 to go, and a cheap deuce there for Frankfort. It was good to see that.
Good.
Some substitutions here in the late stages of the contest for Crawfordsville.
McAtee up to 8 points.
And she's got 5. Another steal. 5, I should say, in this second half. And she's going to go right back to the free throw line with some tenacious defense setting it up.
We'd mentioned that McAtee had led the Lady Hot Dogs in steals, adding to that total. And
no doubt.
She's, I really am impressed with her effort. Down 50-27, still playing like you're only down a couple points. So hats off to her.
And coming into the game, Joe, she had 50 steals on the season. And gets that free throw to go down. She had a season-high 8 steals against Southmont. At least 4 steals in 5 games on the season. She is a hustle player through and through. Second of 2, that's a swish.
10-point night for Ella.
50-29, 90 seconds to play in the contest. Here's Viveros trying to find a teammate, finds a cutting Hedrick. They lost the ball, ripped out of there by Frankfort. Flores to McAtee, and she's being bumped. The ball goes out of bounds. Before that, though, a foul. And Crawfordsville is going to be nailed with their 6th team foul.
Is that going to put McAtee back to the line again?
And they recognize the situation there with the fouls. So that'll put McAtee to the free throw line to shoot a pair to add to her total, which you said, Joe, is up to 10 points.
Her 10, Jarman 11, leading the Hot Dogs this evening.
First free throw there on that trip for McAtee, no good. This is the 7th time this year McAtee has reached double figures. Their leading defensive stealer, leading assist player as well. She misses a pair of free throws as we approach 60 seconds to play now. Left-hand dribble by Jarman. Jarman with a running 2. 13 points for her tonight. She's closing in on her season high, 15. 50-31. Still a 29-point lead. Viveros missed the shot, but Crawfordsville is there to clean it up.
I think it was Strickland with her second field goal of the evening.
4 points tonight, both field goals coming in the second half. McAtee underneath the basket, lost control of where she was and the footing. Another turnover.
Frankfort's 28th turnover of the game.
See if Crawfordsville will play for the last shot. They just do get the ball across the timeline. Running into a double team is Hedrick. Hedrick to Cox. Cox probing right hand. Lost control of the ball, but she was interfered with and draws a foul. That is the 4th team foul on Frankfort. 25 ticks to play. Now Crawfordsville and the Athenians will inbound, I should say, underneath the basket. Good bounce pass to Viveros, but she can't connect in front of the basket. Tie up, jump ball, arrow points to Crawfordsville.
Another tie up there. Girls still working hard, going after the loose balls.
Hedrick to work it in. She's the catalyst here. In the corner, Strickland. Strickland with a long mid-range shot. She's got 6.
Come off the bench late for
no question.
6 quick points for Crawfordsville.
The junior forward appearing in just her 9th game. And a 30-second timeout is taken here on the floor, I believe, by Frankfort. 14 seconds to go. 54-31 is the score. So again, coming up shortly after this game, we'll have the boys' version of this matchup between the two schools, Crawfordsville and Frankfort. Alongside Joe Rook, I'm Matt Taylor. Joe, as far as the boys' affair coming up, what are you most looking forward to in that matchup?
Well, Frankfort won last Saturday night, so trying to get 2 in a row. Both teams very evenly matched. I think, looking at their stats, which we will when we get to that game. So I think it's going to be a very evenly matched, competitive boys game between Frankfort and Crawfordsville.
So we look forward to that. So remind you to stay right here on the ISC Sports Network tonight as you cozy up. We got boys and girls basketball all over the state of Indiana at the IHSAA level. We also have Big Ten hoops right up the road, right up I-65 from where we are.
Mackey Arena in West Lafayette will be rocking and rolling tonight.
Indiana and Purdue, first of two matchups there between the Hoosiers and the Boilermakers. Frankfort across the timeline should be the last possession of the game with McAtee coming off a screen. Three-pointer no. Off the glass. 3 seconds to go and a whistle and a tie-up and perhaps a foul. Foul's going to be on Frankfort. And they're going to put it on Flores. That's her third. And the officials right now hashing something out. Only 3 seconds to go in the game. And because of the foul on
I think that's going
Frankfort,
to be Frankfort's 15th foul of the quarter.
Yep,
So
that's the bonus situation, and that will put Crawfordsville at the free throw line with Olivia Hedrick. And all this will do is perhaps potentially pad her stats and the team's total with this game being decided here.
Hedrick sitting right now with 5 points this evening.
And she's a 46% foul shooter. First time tonight she's been at the free throw line. She's 11 for now 25 on the season after that miss. So Crawfordsville is going to get the win. It'll be just their fourth victory of the season. Second of two by Hedrick is good. She's got 6 points. McAtee races up the other way. Half-court shot at the buzzer. No good. And that's going to do it. Final score tonight. And the senior night for Frankfort at Case Arena. Crawfordsville comes and they get a win 55-31, the final score here in the first of two in our doubleheader between Crawfordsville and Frankfort at Case Arena. Well, it's time now for our post-game show brought to you by Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Joe, your final thoughts on this one, as unfortunately Frankfort drops to now 0-22 on the season.
Yeah, Frankfort unable to get that victory tonight. Crawfordsville came out early and got on them and never took their foot off the gas. They just did a great job staying on it. They were up 14-4 at the end of the first quarter and stayed on, increasing their margin throughout, ending up with a 55-31 win. Crawfordsville had very, very well balanced scoring. Pierce, I think, was their leading scorer with 10, and she had all 10 of those in the first half. So a lot of other girls in the scoring column for Crawfordsville, very well balanced out. For Frankfort, McAtee ended up with 10, Jarman with 13, most of their 31 points. So Ella McAtee, I just want to give her a quick shout out. Senior guard, didn't get a lot of victories, but boy, was she a hard worker.
No question.
Put her heart into the game and gave maximum effort.
And she is our ISC Sports Network Outstanding Player of the Game. Ella McAtee, the senior guard, 10 points tonight, but did a lot of the dirty work. She got a lot of her teammates involved with some assists and a plethora of steals tonight as well. So congratulations to her on senior night. A good individual performance with those 10 points and a lot of action on both ends of the floor. Outside of that, Joe, it's time now for the Frankfort Eagles Clinton County Player of the Game. We mentioned McAtee. How about Ava Jarman? She had a team-high 11 points tonight.
I will concur with that, yeah. Ava Jarman, the freshman, pressed into some heavy-duty minutes with some of the injuries this year. Ava has continually improved. And one of Frankfort's leading scorers, leading rebounders, and got in there tonight, did a lot of the dirty work on the board, so I concur with that.
So congratulations to Crawfordsville. They get their first win inside the conference, and they get their fourth victory of the season. And for Frankfort now 0-22 on the season. And that'll do it for our quick post-game show. But again, reminder coming up, we have the boys' version of this matchup, Crawfordsville and Frankfort. We're going to have that right here on the ISC Sports Network. Again, Joe, just a quick preview of that game, what you're most anticipating in terms of the stars of the show on both ends of the floor.
Well, I think for Frankfort, you got senior Cornwell and junior Jack Michael. They've continually been Frankfort's leaders. You're going to have them have good games tonight. For Frankfort to be successful. But, again, when we get there, we'll talk about it. But when I was doing the stats for the boys' game, at least on the offensive end, very, very similar scoring-wise, shooting percentages-wise. So I would expect a good, tight, close, competitive game throughout.
Well, Crawfordsville will come into the game 5-8. They've lost 5 of their last 7, and Frankfort 2-14. But they're coming off a win last Saturday, as you said, against Clinton Central, and that game stopped a 6-game losing skid for the Hot Dogs. Great job by everybody on our crew: Ethan Gebhart, Jackson Ray, Connor Wood, Jackson Roby, Cameron Cook, and Richard Saleh, the director of radio and TV at Frankfort High School. Alongside Joe Rook, I'm Matt Taylor. Thanks for watching the girls' affair between Frankfort and Crawfordsville. We'll do it again. The boys are getting ready to take the hardwood in a matter of moments, and we'll come back with that in just a second on the ISC Sports Network.
Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfort Eagles. Post 976, they are people helping people. By Dan Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice.
By FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk.
By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing,